Hey Brandon, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We spoke on the phone earlier today and I told you I'd shoot you over this video showing you a couple of different ways you can boost your online presence, and this is that video. So I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Now, the way that I usually film these is I'll, record people's websites, show them their backends, and how they, can get more traffic and whatnot by utilizing search engine optimization strategies. But since you don't really have a website, I'm just going to kind of show you what it would look like if you had one and implemented these strategies. So if you look up Painting Memphis, the very first website that pops up organically is going to be Caldwell Painting. And so I'll get to what all of this means throughout the video, but we're going to stick with traffic and keywords. And by the way, I'm using this tool Ahrefs. It's a tool that shows me websites analytical data. So they get 221 people a month on their website. That's what traffic is going to be. And keywords are going to be the words and phrases that are placed in their website that Google deems are common search terms and that you want to be ranking for and found for. So we can see how they get their traffic. And so things like Memphis Painting, that has 800 searches a month. They're in the 5th position, so they get 61 people a month on their website from that. Caldwell Painting, that's their name, so that's two of these. So we can take out 70 searches from that total based on their painting. But Painters Memphis, that has 150 searches a month. They get they're in the 3rd position, which just means whenever you look that up, the position will be the 3rd organic website to pop up. But these have been updated, a couple days ago. So Painting Memphis is what I had. That's not on here yet, but they'll be raised in the position through that. And this is probably raised for them as well. It usually moves day to day, and this is it's been 20 days since this one was updated here. But 150 searches, they're in the 3rd position, so they get 21. House Painting Memphis, 150, they're in the 3rd, so they get 17. So Memphis Painters, 20. And we can look actually which words have the most volume, actually to help you out a little bit. And you want to stay location oriented and buyer intent. So just house painting isn't going to be very good. That 9,400 search volume is probably only like 500 of them are actually looking that up in Memphis, if even, and they're on the 9th page almost, so it's not really like they're ranking for that. But Memphis Painting, again, that's 800. We got, if we keep going, looking for, so front door, Memphis, Tennessee. I guess you could paint that, not really sure. Looking for Memphis here. Painters Memphis, that's 150. Interior painter in my area would be a good one, but he's not ranking for that, so he's not getting any traffic from that. House Painters Memphis 150, so it's really what we were looking at. But if we just go back here, we'll refresh the page. We can see that having all of these different keywords within his site is actually what's benefiting him and bringing him his traffic. That's just going to stay at that volume, so that's okay. But if we go back, I believe it was so 221 people is getting a month on his website, and we can actually go ahead and we can throw in your Facebook domain to see exactly how many people are coming to visit your Facebook site every month. So if we throw this in, look at the path here. So nobody is actually coming on your website, in a month. I'm sure people are looking at it on their phone or whatnot, but that's within the app, so it's not tracked. But on a monthly average, nobody's coming on your website, so you're not really, advertising yourself very well on the internet. But again, with search engine optimization, you can, turn that 0 into 221. And so after you build yourself a website and you have your keywords placed in there, and you're ranking for those you have those keywords placed and you're found for those keywords, you can start ranking positioning wise by adding more power to your website. And you do that with backlinks. And all a backlink is a link within a website that points back to another. So for example, if I could click this link here, and it would take me to their website, that would be a backlink. And then a referring domain is just a website that has your link in it. So they have 292 websites with their links pointing to back to them, with a total of 587 backlinks. So we can go in and we can see where they're getting their power from, what's working for them and what's not. So homeguide.com, they have that. It's a 79 DR, so that's a good domain rating there. DYB Coach, 8. I got 3 best rated. Home Blue, Expertise, Eli Electory, MoveZoo again, MoveZoo, YP.com, Best Biz of Web, MoveZoo again, Editor's Pick. And I would go through all of these, but that would take a long time, and like I said, it would take up a lot of your time. But essentially, that's what you would have to do. You'd have to go through every single one of their links, see what they have, and get placed within those, get a link from them, get a link going back to them. It's very time consuming, but this is what it takes here. And I'm not saying that you need to go out and just look up backlinks for sale or something and purchase 600, because backlinks aren't created equally. It's not the quantity of backlinks, it's the quality. So if you go out and you buy 600 backlinks that aren't really relevant to your business or your industry or what the content is talking about or what the page is based around, Google, when it indexes your site, it's going to mark that as spam, and it's not going to let you rank because Google's algorithms are built out to deter spam and bot-like sites. So you always want to stay as relevant and credible as you can whenever you're trying to rank in Google in the search engine, because that's how they base their algorithm and ranking capability. So again, you'd have to build yourself a site, place the keywords in it that you want to be targeting. So things like, if we go back real quick, so things like painting Memphis, painters Memphis, Memphis painting, house painting Memphis, exterior painting Memphis, Memphis house painters, and this is 800 here. This is 950, 10 or 11, 12, 1350, 15, 16. So quite a bit. 1,600 searches here that you're missing out on, which would definitely help you if you start ranking and get more of that traffic that you can convert into leads. And you're usually looking for around 10 to 20% of this number to be converted into leads. So at the very least, these guys are looking at 20 new extra clients a month just based off of this traffic. So it's definitely something you need to look into, and that's the basics. So the one more thing I want to talk to you about is citations. And a citation is just your business's name, address, and phone number, and it looks exactly like it does here on the map pack. It'll be listed out exactly like this, the Caldwell painting, and then have all of this information. You list your citations inside of directories, and a directory is just a website that allows you to do that. So things like Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, Angie's, Easy Local, 3 Best Rated. There's literally hundreds of them out there. And like with content and backlinks, as long as you keep them relevant to what you're doing, what your business is about, with the services you offer, the more you're going to be able to rank and boost yourself up through the map pack, as long as you have a lot of citations going out. But that's pretty much the basics. I'll run through it one more time. You're going to need to rebuild, or you're going to need to build out yourself a website. Add in relevant, high quality content that's keyword rich. I'm not saying add Painters Memphis every other sentence, because when Google indexes that, if they see too many keywords on one page, they'll determine it as spam and you won't rank. So you can't overstuff. I usually do about 100 to 150 words per keyword, and you just have to be creative with the way that you write your content. After you have your site built and you have your keywords placed, you start bringing power to your website with backlinks again, like I mentioned with these guys. And again, it's not the number. You don't want to just shoot for 600 backlinks. You want to shoot for 600 authoritative, high quality backlinks, or just even 500. You could beat these guys out with just 100 backlinks. Possibly I'd have to go through, look at exactly what links there are, but in theory, because backlinks they're not created equally, it's all about authority. You could beat them with 100 backlinks. And then citations after. And the map pack is important because when people look up Painting Memphis on their phones, instead of a website button, it's going to be a click to call button. So you right there immediately have that outreach to potential customers. But I hope that this was helpful and informative for you. I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to reach back out to me. My number is 812-827-3138. You could also just shoot me back an email. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for your time. Bye.